Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Guilty Movie Pleasures. In-depth discussion on movies, no matter how guilty they make you feel.
All right, Guilty Movie Pleasures fans, we are back for another episode. To my left,
I'm so excited.
To my left, the man who brought this movie in today. But before we get into it, you guys know him from his Hallmark movie. Hey, love. Is that you, Colin?
It gets further. I think the only word that stays the same is love.
It's love, yeah.
Hey, love. Thank
Produced
you,
by
Colin.
Lyle Lovett.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of the show. Ben Begley, everybody.
And John Lovitz was the lead in it.
Yeah. Jennifer Love Hewitt was the female lead.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a really great movie. And talking about great movies.
Tovlov does the soundtrack. Is it Tovlov or Tough Love?
Ladies Love Cool James. He's also on the soundtrack. Yeah.
I love that he's never called himself as like The Rock.
Mike
is now,
Love from the Beach Boys is also in it.
You're ridiculous. But I love that LL Cool J is still known as LL Cool J. The Rock is now Dwayne Johnson. But LL's like, nope.
As long as there's Kangol hats to be worn, he will always be LL Cool J. Guys, we're here talking one of Ben's favorite movies. I had never seen this movie.
This is my favorite Punisher movie for sure. I brought the other two.
So this one's starring Dolph Lundgren, a.k.a. Dolph Lundgren.
1989.
1989, Louis
That's the
Gossett
second
Jr.
best.
Okay. And then second one, Thomas Jane, who is he the guy from The Following? Is he?
No, Thomas Jane was in Hung.
Oh, Hung. That's right. Okay. Thomas Jane and John Travolta.
This one's okay. The extended cut, I haven't even watched yet. I hear it's just way too long, but it gets a little emo for me. I get that you want to show the backstory. This shows the origin of the Punisher and how his family gets brutally murdered, and then he spends half the movie just super sad. And nobody really wants to see that in a movie. That's what was so good about Punisher Warzone.
There's no origin story really in this one.
They tell you it, but you just see him after he's just been jaded and he's just a killing machine, and that's what you want. You want the Garth Ennis Punisher, You want that Punisher.
You know what I like about maybe you did you read the comic books? Okay, so maybe you.
I'm not like super. I've read it here and there, so I know it, and I know Jigsaw's story and things like that. I'm not like it's not like X-Men for me.
That was
X-Men,
my only problem in the movie was the moment when he said Jigsaw, but we'll get to that. I always liked the Punisher. I always had this thing for skulls and crossbones. Like I always wanted to be a pirate.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Josh?
A pirate.
A pirate.
Yeah, a pirate or a regular at a bar, really. Seriously, that's what I told my mom when I was 12. I loved the Punisher because the Punisher was just a human being that shot people. I always thought that was kind of badass. Like he just guns. And the one thing that is amazing about this movie is he apologizes to nobody. He will blow. He's like, I'm going to take a break. He's like, I'll be back. I'm blowing up some heads. Like he doesn't. There was nobody that's surviving. It's not like an Arrow when he had he went back on his things. Like I don't kill him anymore and just wound him. No. Punisher, he kills everybody because you can't make a bad guy good again.
Yeah,
in his mind.
Yeah, there's no rehabilitation.
No.
And there's no question of like, what level in the gang are you? Like, are you just kind of like a money runner and maybe you haven't done that much stuff? It's like, nope, I'm just going to shoot you.
Yep.
Are you in a room and you've been conned into this by Jigsaw? It's like 10 of you in a room. I'm just going to shoot a grenade in there and blow you all up.
Oh, that was
I counted. I lost count, but I counted because I watched that scene again. And we'll get to that. The end action scene where there's like 3 gangs, not including the Russian and Asian gang shootout,
right? Which
they never fully explain if they're. I think they're triads.
Well, yeah, I mean, I only know one Asian gang. It's always the triads.
Yakuza.
Oh, the Yakuza
or triads.
Right.
But then, so when the Russians, and I didn't even count them, that's another like 20 or 30 people.
Right.
But just the Punisher himself in that last sequence, I counted 45 people that he killed. No joke.
It would be nice.
45.
It would be nice to know who kills more people. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando on the island of Valverde. or the Punisher in the
hotel. Ray Stevenson is the Punisher. We got to find the statistics on that because the body count is insane in this movie.
It's awesome. Everybody dies.
The kills are so crazy, and we'll get into our favorites because there's so many good ones.
All right, should we do the plot?
So this is the first time you've seen it.
This is the first time I
saw this opening night in theaters in 2008. Me and my best friend Corey Ular.
Corey.
Hey, what's up, Corey? If you're listening, I text you to listen today, so you should be. Although I don't think I tweeted it out yet because I didn't know the link. But anyways,
I tweeted it.
Nobody gave me the link.
It should buzz on your phone, and as soon as the show starts, Popcorn Talk sends it out, and then you just
I turn it on airplane mode because I didn't want it to mess up.
Airplane mode?
Yes, I didn't want to mess up anything.
84 on an airplane? When the pilot's like, turn your plane... Nobody turns their phone on airplane mode.
Everybody should.
What? Guys, here's a big urban legend. Having your phone on an airplane does nothing to the signals. I've had a pilot tell me that. They just do it so that the stewardesses can have some sort of hand over the flying passengers.
Here's the thing, though. If they allow passengers to talk... This is a side tangent. But the day they allow passengers to talk on their cell phones is the day that flying becomes even more miserable than it already is.
Well, then flying becomes like riding on the train from New York to New Jersey.
Yeah, there's going to be some jackass like, close the deal. Yeah, we got to close the deal here. My agent called me today, and I booked this big movie. It's going to be blowhards, just making everybody hear their business so that they think they're special.
If you get wireless on an airplane, you can FaceTime people. I've seen people FaceTiming on airplanes.
People are so rude in public. Anyways, back to The Punisher.
You know who isn't rude? The Punisher.
The Punisher. He takes out rude people left and right. Yeah. I talk like this. So anyways, I saw it opening night in 2008. Opening night of this movie, there was maybe 20 of us in the theater because they brought it out in December, and I actually listened to the.
I don't even remember this movie being released. I don't even remember any of these. You know why?
Released. It's because it got released the same year the first Iron Man came out and the Incredible Hulk. So Marvel had set the bar super high.
Hulk or Norton Hulk?
No, Norton Hulk.
Okay.
And so this was Marvel Universe's first, like the Marvel Studios' first dip into actually like getting to where they are now.
Oh, man.
And this is Lionsgate with Marvel Knights, which is the only movie that's been made under Marvel Knights.
Is Marvel Knights like Baywatch Knights?
No, it's like KNIGHTS.
Oh, got it.
It's the more violent version.
I see. Okay.
And it's to date the lowest grossing Marvel movie, even under, I think, Howard the Duck.
Oh, that is terrible.
Which is a shame because it's awesome. And I listened to the podcast, How Did This Get Made, where they interviewed the director, and it's just crazy, all the stuff that... The
director, Lexi Alexander, has been on Schmoes before.
Really?
Yeah. And I love Green Street Hooligans, so I'm kind of a
she's
big fan
great.
of hers. Yeah, she's awesome.
This
movie is just...
The way it's shot, and they talked about this. She talked about this on that other show. The way it's shot like a comic book. The colors pop almost like Dick Tracy, but not so stylized. It's still gritty. But I watched all the behind the scenes last night too because I'm a big nerd.
Yeah.
And the color palettes, and she was saying how each scene they had like amber is the color for this scene, and like the heavy color focus is amber, and then red in other scenes. It looks like a comic book movie. It's so good.
I agree with you.
It's beautifully shot.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's so weirdly beautiful for how graphically violent. It looks like you're watching an indie art house film.
It really is a comic book movie in the sense of it's a comic, like Sin City, right? Mm-hmm. That's a graphic novel of a movie. This is a comic book of a movie, which I really, really appreciate. Again, is it guilty in the sense of, with Guilty Movie Pleasures, is it guilty in the sense of he kills everybody and the violence is insane? Yes. I think the reason why it trends towards guilty is because nobody's actually seen this.
Yeah, and also I would say that they embrace their, that it is kind of like a B movie. Like it feels like a gritty B movie, and they have amazing one-liners like, I like to get my hands on God, things like that, where...
Let me put you out of my misery.
Yeah, which we'll get to all that. Awesome. And I mean, just the acting by Dominic West and what's the other guy?
Dominic West's acting isn't the best.
See, the first time I saw him, I didn't like him. This was the second time I watched it last night.
Well, but if we're going to go in the vein of it being a comic book movie, then yes, it makes total sense that he acts like this.
He's so fun.
And the guy that married Courtney Stodden.
Looney Bin Jim is just as long as I get to kill the Punisher. Yeah. This movie, the reason I would say, the biggest reason this dips into guilty is the ridiculously overdone New York accents everyone has.
Absolutely.
Jigsaw, I'm just gonna take out everybody.
I knew you always wanted to be the boss. You should be a good boss.
Listen, we're gonna go to low-income neighborhoods and recruit them like the army. That's actually a pretty good Jigsaw right here.
The boss used to hang out here and bang hookers. Like that was...
And now I'm Looney Bin Bin Jim.
Yeah. Hey,
I
brother.
taught when he says blood in the urine. It's the first sign of kidney failure.
Oh yeah, we got that one.
He's so weird.
He's so weird, and he's a weird guy out of the movie too. He married that Courtney Stodden girl. He's like 50. She was 16 or whatever.
Yeah,
he's a weird guy.
Yeah,
but fitting for that role. And Dominic West. Listen, if my brother had his face reconstructed like that, and I was in a mental hospital, and he showed up, I would not know that that's my brother. I'm just saying. But they have that kindred spirit where they know, He
looks in his eyes. He sees his eye, even though one eye's janky and red, and
looks like if you have pink eye.
But what's so weird is when they first introduce him, he just like looks like he's catatonic, and then he's fully functional as soon as they let him.
He's Looney Bin Jim, so he can act. He can come in and out.
I guess we should tell people what it's about.
I guess we should do the plot in under 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
3. Let's do 3
and go.
Oh shit! All right. Okay. Opening of the movie, they Dominic West shows up and he's already doing misogynistic things. He's like, "Did I tell you to talk?" or something to this girl.
Something about his hair. He
don't touch my hair. You see, he's Billy the Beaut. He's into his looks. Anyways, the Punisher shows up to this big mafia meeting.
Well, because the one mob boss had just gotten off, and he had like tampered with witnesses or whatever, and he was just a really bad guy.
And so he lights a flare, shoves it down, walks across the table, cuts off this dude's head.
Awesome.
Breaks an old woman's neck, and then blasts. He hangs from a chandelier and just blasts the place up, spinning around in a circle.
Like Boondock Saints.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then, so from there, he gets a tip on where they're going to, this new meetup is going to be between the biological weapon with the Russians and Billy the Beaut. And they go there, and that's when Billy the
Very
Beaut,
reminiscent of the first Batman when Joker falls in the tub.
Billy the Beaut falls into this glass crunching machine, and he's the whole time yelling, "Fuck you, Castle!"
The technical term is glass crunching machine.
It is glass crunching machine. Yeah. And he gets all fucked up, and then that's how he becomes Jigsaw.
Right.
And then Punisher accidentally shoots an FBI agent in that moment. And then boom.
2 minutes left. Yeah, so then Punisher realizes that, he's been trying to save the day, but he took out a cop.
He's really broken up by it.
He's really broken up about it. And then we get the flashback of his family and how they died, and it's that classic like MacGruber scene where he's by a gravestone and he's crying by the gravestone. And
trying to wipe it off.
Yeah, trying to wipe it off, and then he goes down that dark path. Then we find out, like, call me Jigsaw.
Yeah, because Jigsaw gets like just like in Batman, he gets his face unwrapped, and it's
everybody
all
pukes. And
they put like horsehide together to stitch his face together.
Seems like you could have just grafted skin off the body.
Yeah, but it's cooler to have horsehide.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and then there you go, take it.
Okay, so then the Punisher's like in this weird mopey section for like a little bit too long in the movie, and then
like my 13, 14-year-old period.
Yeah, then the wife and daughter of the FBI agent he killed gets in trouble from the mob guys. The mob guys. So then he goes with this cop that has arrested him, and he goes and he kills the one guy there, punches another dude's face, saves them, puts them down in his sewer hideout that's like a dirty, like a violent Ninja Turtles hideout.
Right.
Then his other partner Microchip gets kidnapped, and the wife and daughter get kidnapped again after just being saved.
Can you stop getting kidnapped?
Long story short, they go and he goes to
the Hotel Bradford.
Yeah, they and then Billy the Beaut rats out the Russians, and then they get arrested, and then he gets immunity. So then they go to the Hotel Brad Street or whatever it is, and there's a huge shootout between a Russian gang, Chinese gang, Irish gang, black gang, and Billy the Beaut, whatever their gang, the Italian New York guys, and it's just a brutal brawl.
20 seconds.
And then there's
Punisher kills everybody with every machine gun. Yes, of course.
Everybody.
And blows up grenades. Yeah. Go ahead.
And then him and Looney Bin Jim fight
in a bathroom.
Shoots him in the head, and then he ends up he stabs Jigsaw and then puts him on a thing of fire and burns him up, and then just walks off into the night and shoots somebody else and gets brain matter on his cop partner.
That's it.
There we go. Sorry, I took the reins on that a little bit.
Well, this is your movie, man.
I've seen it. I've seen it a little bit more.
Like I lose sometimes. You know what the thing
when you see a movie only once, it's tough to really recap the entire thing.
Right, and I kind of in action movies a lot of times, especially when it's so dark like it is, and it's really. When you think about it, it's a very simple plot.
Yeah.
But like most action movies, which is fine with me, it's a very simple plot. So I kind of get messed up on a timeline. I wouldn't need to write out a timeline to do it like perfectly like you did it, since you know this movie so well. But like you forget that he goes to the people's house, and like the Jigsaw and the friend go. I mean, that woman and her daughter are they're having a rough time.
Yeah.
And like here's the crazy part is they're
so underdeveloped too.
Oh, it's terribly underdeveloped.
That's the first guilty moment of the movie is definitely when he hangs upside down on a chandelier.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that that's his plan of attack. It's like, all right, about 30 guys are going to come in, hang my feet on this chandelier, which he's probably too fucking heavy for anyways. That would have been amazing if he did that and then just went like, and stood up and was like, oh.
Would have been even more functional. I know not cinematic per se, but if he slices the old man, breaks the old lady's neck, and then just shoots everybody in a row, he doesn't have to spin around because now he's a moving target.
Yeah.
He's standing still. He's basically standing still, but just shooting a gun.
Yeah, I never understand that technique in movie because that happened in Boondock Saints. It happens a lot where it's like there is. So
especially upside down.
You're telling me this guy upside down, spinning randomly in a circle because he can't he can't pivot. Like he could pivot, but it'd only be like, oh shit, all right, fuck, somebody's behind me. Okay,
it's like when he's steal the fizzy lifting drink in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka. Yeah. He just they can't control themselves unless they burp. And they're just like, they're kind of swimming, but not really. That's like this. What?
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
And he's dangling there again. He can't like stop his motion.
No.
It's like sort of putting a brake
just like
on a boat.
It's just hoping that you're aiming where it just. So these bad guys either just have the shittiest luck where they happen to run into the door that he's aiming at that moment, and the worst aim ever.
Sure.
And they just come in. They're not even like cautious. It's not like, oh shit, I hear.
It'd be like if you were dangling from the ceiling, you start firing it. Now in between you firing the guns, I just shoot you.
Yeah. How can no one hit him? That's what I love in action movies, where it's just like, it's the same thing with Commando, just like, and the bad guys are like strategically aiming and can't hit, but he's just like, it's so amazing to me.
Did you know that he did have a one Commando scene the whole hotel is a Commando scene. Oh yeah,
but it's also kind of like the Raid Redemption. I think this came out before the Raid Redemption.
Yeah. I think
so.
So he's in that. The black guys are shooting up the stairs, and you see him run by and just go like this, and everybody dies. That's the only real bad shot that Punisher has the whole movie.
Because the rest of the time he looks like a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
I love the guns that are the automatic pistols that are just like
so cool. So
I
cool.
love those ones.
I mean, where do we even begin about how awesome this movie is?
Okay,
has anybody said that they've seen this in the comment section? Has anybody actually?
You following the chat room there, Jonathan?
No. Jonathan's like, no.
Yeah, he's over there just whacking it around. He's on old pictures of Julie Benz, the female lady.
He's on his Facebook page.
You know what? Okay, here's some small plot holes for me, and some maybe the problems I had with the movie. I only had a few. Okay, first, I hate the line when so he just gets his mask off and he looks in the mirror and he's like, from now on you call me Jigsaw.
But that's the next scene, because the first scene when he first gets his mask, the tape taken off, the medical tape, he looks and he sees the Times Square thing where the Jigsaw puzzle's being put together.
Okay.
And then it says, the world is yours. It's the most overt. This movie's not subtle.
No.
It has that moment where it says, the world is yours, and Jigsaw notices a jigsaw puzzle being put together, and that's where he comes up with the name. It's super overt.
Yeah.
Just like the ending is very overt when it says, Jesus saves, and then Jesus in the he's standing, just so you know, I'm skipping ahead, but he's standing in front of a church.
This whole show is a skip ahead.
He's standing in front of a church, and his cop partner is being held hostage at gunpoint, and Jesus saves is above him.
Neon in one of those crosses, like in the middle of the country.
Jesus fades out, and the Punisher's shirt fades up, and then you hear a gunshot, and it's like, that is the most overt image ever. But the first overt image is the Jigsaw, and then call me Jigsaw.
Call me Jigsaw. Jonathan, what you got in there?
Oh, I was just going to let you know that some of the people in chat are saying that they have seen this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more.
Do they? You know. What are their opinions? What's your? I want to know what their favorite kill is, because we're going to get to that right now. There's too many that are so amazing, and there were so many watching it last night that I felt like a sicko, but I rewound them and laughed hysterically.
Can I go top 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have like top 10. I feel like
top third and top 3. That's how this goes usually.
Yeah.
You go 3 to 1.
Third and 3.
Yeah. 3 is when he punches that dude's face in.
That's in mine.
I've never seen a punch in a movie like that where his fist goes through the man's face.
The guy's face just caves in.
And the
best is it caves in and then bursts all over the back wall too.
His arm and fist is strong enough to blow a hole through a man's head.
I don't even know how that's possible.
You're welcome. 2,
it's not even like as subtle as breaking his nose.
No.
He literally punches this guy's face through.
He has no face.
He has a super punch.
He punches into his brains.
Maybe we didn't know that this guy's name was like like Fragile Frank or something, and he had like some bone disorder. Glass Joe. Yeah.
Kill 2 is definitely the fat guy in the elevator. He's like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me?" Crack, head explodes.
And that's another one. How did 2 bullets from handguns explode a head?
Yeah, and not like the back of his head explodes out.
No.
The front of his head. The whole. All he has is a neck.
It doesn't make like the physics. I love it. I don't care because it's awesome, and it's supposed to be kind of a gritty, glorified, violent B movie.
Yes.
But holy shit, yeah, it's like I would get it if he had a shotgun. But he had 2 Berettas.
Yes.
And those are not
even point blank shotgun. Like
point blank shotgun would do
it. Exactly.
There's 4 kills that are 5.
Okay, and then my top one, obviously, I think we have the same top one, is when the parkour guy jumps in the air and he blows up his body with the bazooka.
Holy shit. Okay, let me get my top kills and then we're going to get to the chat. The bazooka one is in theaters, the whole audience cracked up because... Yeah. And I was Lexi Alexander was saying in an interview that at the time she got that idea because one of her friends was like, I fucking hate that there's so many parkour people in movies, because at that time it was Live Free or Die Hard. They had the parkour guys. They had District 13, the French film with all the parkour stuff. It was huge, and American cinema was using it all the fucking time. Yeah. And so what she did was she said, what can we do? Oh, we'll blow one up. Because they're like these meth head parkour guys.
And they're Irish for some reason.
The one guy sounds like a pirate. He's like, do you mind if we take the roof instead? And then it's so good.
Is he a pirate or is he Irish?
I think he's a pirate.
He's Pirish?
He's a Pirish.
He's Pirish.
Yeah. The guy, it's so good because he jumps in slow motion.
Gold tooth?
And mid-jump, you just see this rocket that looks like a heat-seeking rocket. Because it doesn't aim. It comes in at a curve.
Yeah.
So it's like a heat-seeking missile just goes, and then his body just explodes everywhere. Then he shoots the other guy in the head. Then he shoots the other guy's kneecaps off. Mm-hmm. And this comes into one of my favorite kills. Oh, yeah. So I agree with all of yours. Yeah. I think the best one is the rocket launcher.
Sure.
But then second best would be the guy the other parkour guy, he throws and he falls into a fence and gets a gate and gets impaled by this like gothic looking gate. Then you think he's dead and the Punisher fucking jumps down from a building, mind you, and breaks his fall by foot planting on his head and snapping his neck and landing on the ground perfectly.
Walks into another place.
This building is like...
It's like, oh, is this a Macy's? Hold on. I might need to re-up on my guns.
Shit. It literally, this is a normal sized building. It's not like... Yes. So he jumped from like 5 or 6 stories.
Sure.
Broke his fall by a dude's neck, which physics-wise would just make you go, oh, fuck, and then you fall on your face.
You break your leg.
And you die.
Yeah.
But it happens in front of the cops, and they're just like, holy shit! And then the other kill, I think did you say the shotgun blast to the face one in the house?
I said punch to the face, yeah.
That one, the punch to the face happens, then the next kill, right after you just punch the guy's face in, he rescues Julie Benz and her daughter, and then the cop's like, we gotta call this in.
The black guy's last name is like Wonatowski.
It's really Italian or something.
No, I think it's Polish.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
But so then he goes, we gotta call this in. And right as he's about to do that, Punisher just one hand raises his shotgun and blasts this guy, and his head explodes.
And
he just goes,
flies right
Jesus fucking Christ, Castle! And then he just walks out.
You know what the best part about that is?
It's amazing.
It's like if you were you're out with a couple buddies and you do like 4 shots of tequila in a row. Like, Jesus Christ, Begley. That's the same thing.
That's the same reaction.
Blows his head off with a shotgun.
His reaction's so classic. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, what does the chat say about the favorite kills?
Handsome.
All right. First and foremost, Alexis wanted to say hi.
Hi, Alexis. Hope you're feeling better.
Also, she and along with several other people love the table leg through the head.
Oh, damn it!
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a chair.
It's a chair through the eyeball.
He kicks a chair up and then he punches, or he hits the chair and the chair leg goes into the eye. How did we forget that one?
That's a classic.
Yeah, and then everybody else is agreeing with the parkour rocket launcher.
Oh, that's so good. I actually put that on my phone to just watch for the joy of it. I meant to send it to you so you could play it for the audience.
I would. It would be amazing. And then the best part.
Was there any others we missed?
I think Alexis said tomato meat soup.
What?
I don't know what that's talking about. But,
Alexis, clear that up for us.
It said parkour plus someone said parkour plus rocket launcher plus tomato meat soup. Okay, I get it.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Where he just explodes the tomato meat soup.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. What were you saying?
No.
I interrupted you.
No, the slice, like the beheading of the Italian guy. And then
that's another good one.
That's a great
one. And then breaking the neck of an old woman.
Grandma, like his wife, just snaps
because she goes for the gun in his wheelchair.
That's
and
when
then
you know
Punisher,
this movie.
Yeah, when it starts off beheading an old man and snapping the neck of his elderly wife.
Yes.
Like any other action movie, any other hero would just like knock her out.
We've already talked about this movie. It's Bad Boys 2 when she goes to tries to shoot Mike in whatever, and he's like Sarigama, and it's Reyes or Vargas or Reyes, and he just knocks her out.
Yeah.
He doesn't snap the neck of an old woman.
No. Holy shit.
So you know from like the onset, as soon as he snaps the neck of the old woman, this movie is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be bananas.
Yeah. So when he shoots the parkour guy with the bazooka, then he shoots the other guy and he shoots it, and then he wraps up the guns and just throws them down a heating vent. That kind of...
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why not just jump with them all?
Because Wayne Knight is talking about, Newman is saying, this is a genius idea, is we collect all these guns and then we give them to you to kill bad guys.
Yeah, we don't just throw them down a fucking vent that some child who's like hanging out like in an abandoned building can find and be like, look what I found.
Hey mom, I got a rocket launcher. Can I shoot parkour people too? Sure, son. Just like the Punisher.
Hashtag just like the Punisher. That's the one. That's the one thing that always drives me crazy in action movies. But this one at least. When they
I know
show
what you're
up
gonna
to,
say.
yeah.
I've been saying it since I was 6 years old.
When they show up to a giant armory.
Yeah.
And there's all these guns to choose from, and then Wayne Knight says, "Prep 2 Berettas," and then he counts down from 3, and he comes back in and he gets the 2 Berettas and leaves. Yeah. And you're like, there's so many other. Now, granted. Later he uses
everything.
He uses everything, so it's fine. So this movie fixes that problem.
Sure.
But in that moment, that always happens in action movies where you get this badass montage of like, here's all these weapons, and then they're like, I just need this.
Yeah.
And it's like that's like a standard police issue.
It's like Danny Glover using the revolver instead of the Glock in Lethal Weapon.
Although, no way you live, no way. Come on, that's one of the greatest lines ever before he shoots the guy in the car.
I get it. I'm just saying, you need 13 bullets sometimes instead of
diplomatic immunity.
And then like getting him out of your pocket.
It's just been revoked.
Yeah.
Come on. How else would he have all these good one-liners and he wouldn't get to crack his neck and then shoot?
Okay. Just saying. The revolvers are stupid.
I'm just saying. Not if it's standing. Not if it's.
It's like going into World War II with a musket.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Now, the other thing I never really like is so he's in the hotel and everybody has a machine gun and he's like, I'm out of bullets. There's 90 guns all around you. Pick up a couple of them and just start lighting people up.
Yeah.
That's always what I've been like. Pick up the gun. Pick up the gun. That's why.
Pick up the gun. I'm sure that you shot him before he used all his ammo.
Yeah. Yeah. Pick up the gun, people. Hashtag pick up the gun. Okay.
Hashtag terrible hashtag.
Yeah, it's not the best. Good thing I'm not a politician. Okay. I think
the biggest problem I have with it is mopey Frank Castle for 30 minutes of the movie.
Well, he's the Punisher. He's a dark guy.
I know, I get it, but and I get that they needed that time to give him some sort of humanity because otherwise he's just. I appreciate it because I know why they're doing it. I know why they have him kill an FBI agent and feel really shitty about it for the whole movie, but specifically for like a 30-minute section. Because otherwise, if you're watching this, you're just watching a horrible even if you're killing bad guys, to kill them that graphically.
There's like some
super
guys that
sadistic.
Are like, and then he just pops him in the chest.
Yeah, the gangbangers that he blows up the whole room, and the one guy, he has something like he pinned himself against the wall, like he got blown back, and it's through his mouth.
Yeah.
He got pinned.
Well, it puts him out of his misery.
Yeah, he just shoots him, and then there's another. I get. Yeah, he's being humane in that moment.
Let me ask you this question. So the gun, the Punisher is famous for a gun, right? Like he always has one gun with him, which they didn't really get in this movie. But I remember in the comic books, he always had like a signature gun. No, is that because remember he picks up that? So in the final scene when they're in that like fireplace room, which I don't know why they would have that in the hotel.
That room made no sense to me.
Yeah, it's like a Russian bath of the fireplace.
That whole hotel made no sense to me. It's such a weird place.
But I always thought the Punisher. So Looney Bin Jim grabs his special gun and starts shooting him in the chest. You know, like in his body armor, right? Which is a game apparently because Looney Bin Jim, if you wanted to kill him, you just shot him in the head.
Yeah, if you would have done that, it would have just made it so much easier.
Right. And
I was so mad they killed Wayne Knight too.
He had it coming to him.
What did he do though?
He had his mom up in an armory.
And they brutally murdered his mom. That scene was dark.
That was dark.
It's like Alzheimer's mom and like. Jesus, when they cut to her head exploded.
That's what you get for watching too many
cooking shows.
Too many cooking shows.
Too many cooking shows.
Yeah. I think that scene was pretty awesome because he shoots the brother in the head and yada yada yada, and then put me out of my misery, put me out of your misery.
When We have that clip.
Yeah, we do have
Should
that.
we just
We'll
play
have
that?
the clip. No, what I'm saying is I always thought the Punisher had like a signature gun, so I was kind of disappointed that they finally show the coolest gun of all the guns that he has, and then he has never really used it before. I always thought that like a superhero had a signature kind of a thing.
I don't. And now I'm not super well versed in. I've read them on and off, but I don't remember him having a specific. I think he has every gun. Mm-hmm. If anybody in the chat knows if there was a signature Punisher gun, let us know. But I
mean,
think
he's got every gun ever. Wayne Knight's arsenal is really impressive. I love it there.
Pretty amazing.
I like guns a lot.
It's just so crazy how everyone he cares about or who helps him dies.
Oh yeah, they're
poor
all dead.
Carlos,
the Latin King.
Yeah,
no, he had it.
He's just a nice guy. No, he was trying to help. He was reformed.
You know,
when he's like, gang, no, but you can't go straight.
Yeah, well, that's the time. Here's two other things I want to bring up. One, I've never been a fan of the Punisher neck collar. It looks like he's wearing a roll neck sweater. Never really been
just
a fan
like a turtleneck.
of that. It's a giant military turtleneck.
Yeah,
Two,
but it's the so shrapnel and knives can't split your jugular.
I get it. I'm just saying you could have like a whatever. I do like the turtleneck. I think kind of. I mean, I don't dislike it. I just
watch the Thomas Jane Punisher and then tell me if you like his.
Is this on DVD or is this Blu-ray?
It's DVD.
Yes, I'm gonna watch it.
It's so long. This is the extended cut. It's brutally long.
How long are we talking?
140 minutes.
Jeez, old Pete, that's a long time.
2 hours and 20 minutes. No Punisher movie should be that long.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And John Travolta's in it too.
We forgot to mention that when the parkour guys go into that they rob that convenience store and they cut and there's just a machete in a dude's head.
Yeah. It's like
we need that?
Yes, because that's what this movie is. I love that this movie...
Poor guy.
I love that this movie...
Hey, hon, I'll be home soon. Just locking up the store. Machete to the head.
Oh, that'll be $15.75. I only have 16. I could have given you a quarter, babe.
Hey, do you guys have any more of those Hostess cherry pies? No, we're out. Machete to the head.
Wait, it sounded like the... parkour guy was talking like that. Hey.
You got any more of those cherry pies? No, machete to the head.
No, they discontinued Twinkies for a little while, but now they're back.
You want the machete to the head?
Yeah. It's. I love that this is just our weird voice for it.
It seems that you're a bit out of the Arnold Palmer iced tea lemonade mix. Yeah, we ran out of those this afternoon.
Machete to the head.
Hey, I like what you guys did to the place with your machete to the head. You want to join my gang? Only if I get to kill Frank Castle and not the pirate parkour.
I swear the movie's running time is longer just because of Looney Bin Jim's delivery.
Everything he says.
Do you think Lexi Hamilton
so slow?
Went back to her hotel room every night and was like, "Can somebody just get him to talk faster?" What the
I heard
fuck?
in the interview she said that a lot of his lines were ad-libbed, like a lot. Like his, oh wait, the creepiest line ever. Where is it? Yummy, yummy. Can we play that? This is one of Looney Bin Jim's lines when they first release him, and then after this line, he goes on to eat the asylum worker, like tear this guy's guts out.
He's always biting. He never really hits on that he's a Hannibal, but ugh.
He seems cannibalistic in that first scene when he's chewing on intestines.
Ugh.
Maybe he's just.
What's the clip?
It's called Yummy.
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 It's
I do not have that.
Yummy. Is there more or no?
Can you see that?
There's no Yummy.
It was sent in an email. I know that.
Oh no, this is all. There's like speed mixed in here for some reason.
These are all old clips.
The bottom line is the older ones, the two in the two rows in the middle.
Oh man, we don't have Yummy. Damn it.
They're all in an email. They were all Mother of Dragons. You sent all those freaking sounds.
Mother of Dragons. I gotta send them all in one email. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's no Yummy. Oh well, let's move on.
Okay. Well, what clips do we have?
We do have blood in the urine. He says that. That's it.
Blood in the urine, early indicator of kidney failure.
That line makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Did he now?
Because he kicks him
in the balls.
He kicks him in the nuts and he says, "Good luck. You're not gonna get a new son now." After that, he says something weird like that, insinuating like he ruined his testicles. And then the next thing he says is,
"Are you seeing double?"
Is the blood in the urine? And it's like, how did
play that blood in the urine thing?
Blood in the urine, early indicator of kidney failure.
So he like
it doesn't make because
is he peeing blood?
The rest of it seems like it's corresponding to each hit that he's doing. But this one, the only way he would know that is if Frank Castle...
They were sitting next to it at a urinal.
If Frank Castle's like, hold on, can we time out this fight? I gotta take a piss. And then he goes, oh, you got blood in your urine. Your kidney's failing.
Yeah, hold on, can I watch you pee? Ooh, kidneys are failing there, and your blood urine.
And then there's another time where he makes a really creepy gesture when Jigsaw kind of tells off one of the Russians.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he just fucking... The Russians and him are negotiating, and he doesn't agree with them. So he does what any reasonable mafioso guy would do, and he breaks a wine glass, shoves the stem of it through the guy's through his voice box. It looks like the guy bleeds out, and then everybody pulls their guns, and then goes, "No, he was being rude." The Russian guy, and you're just like, you guys are cool with that? That guy seemed like a high up member of your Russian gang, not like just like an underling.
He's like some dude in the corner.
He seemed like the brother or second in command, and they're just like, we really want to get this weapon to terrorists.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. There's this whole underlying plot where like Jigsaw's cool with the Russians selling a biological weapon to. They keep calling them
bios,
something like
biologicals.
Yeah, but they keep calling like the Arabs or something really kind of racist.
No,
like,
ragheads up in Queens.
Yeah, because they're all racist like Italian gangsters, so that's why they use that term.
Talk like this,
you're gonna send them up to the terrorists up in Queens.
You do the ragheads. What other clips do we have in there?
We got Cat Meow. Oh, this is it. So then after they make peace, the Russians and Billy the Beaut, aka Jigsaw, he tells them off, and he's like, you're gonna fucking listen to me, and then Looney Bin Jim meows, and it's the cat meow one. Can you play that for us? Can we play that again? That's a human being. Oh, sorry. Let me not talk over it. Here we go. That's a human being making that noise. That's the scariest noise ever.
Now, I don't know.
I think I can play Yummy Yummy off my phone for you.
I don't know if you know this about me.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm a cat enthusiast. Love them.
Here we go.
Huge.
Here we go.
Huge. I went to CatCon a couple weeks ago.
CatCon,
It was a really
You went to
big
Hello
deal.
Kitty Con and you were pissed there weren't any real cats there?
I know. It was really I was not disappointed by the amount of sweet-looking Asian women that were just dancing around, but there was also a lot of Asian girls, which is super creepy. I don't know why we went there.
We did not go there.
Yeah, shut up. So what happened is, I'm really big into cats. I'm somewhat allergic to them, but I like to run the risk. And I dated a girl, and I used to make her dress up like a cat, and I would dress up like a cat, and then during sex I would just whisper in her ear. Yeah.
It's weird. I saw Cats on Broadway, and there's not a lot of dialogue in it. It's just basically the scene just goes, one person says, and then the response is. So I felt like I needed some subtitles or something to really make sense. But then the piece de résistance was the final line of the play that just had me in tears, where the lead cat, after everything and after all the songs, just looks to the audience and says,
Blood in the urine, early indicator of kidney.
You fucked up my joke!
Come on, man! Jonathan,
I built that up so long.
Oh, the flip was kind of
pretty good. That's pretty funny. When I have the yummy,
I will say, I'm a big fan of Cat Stevens.
Oh, Jesus, we're still
really
going.
big. And at the end of a lot of his concerts, he does this solo where he just plays a little riff and just says over and over again.
It's a little unnerving after a while.
Play that about 30 times and put a little riff to it.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, don't know when. It's his drummer that keeps doing that meow. I got yummy, yummy, yummy. Should I play this? Yeah. Let's see if it'll work if I can just put my phone up to it.
Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy.
It's I know where you're gonna go with this one. Go ahead.
I mean,
you're gonna tell the story about San Diego 2 years ago.
I was just gonna say how I went to Pinkberry the other day, and they finally had. We've talked about this before, where I love their peanut butter frozen yogurt, and they don't always have it.
I know.
And I took a bite, and I looked at the Pinkberry employee, and I said,
Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy.
Needless to say, he was very creeped out.
Yes, yeah.
It's really hard to time this out.
Yeah, right. It's kind of funny, I'm in. Not a lot of people know this. You and I we were in San Diego Comic-Con 2 years ago, and we opened up a. I guess what you would call like a street food cart.
Yeah. I think you just call it a food cart.
A food cart, and we were selling superhero.
Because it wasn't a food truck.
No. No.
It was like a danger dog stand.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And it was just you and I, and we were serving out superhero-themed meals and foods and desserts and such. And, weirdly enough, this family from Nebraska came in, and they were like, our favorite movie is Punisher Warzone. We were like, oh, we have the Punisher chocolate bar. And the dad took a bite and looked me square in the eyes and said... So weird, right? Like, he was a weird guy. You remember that?
He was a super weird guy.
Yeah.
I was very creeped out by that.
Go.
I gotta think of something. It's hard to think of something that's not food related. Do you have something else?
No.
No.
Let's go to. Are you seeing Double?
Yummy.
Are you seeing Double?
There's actually.
We got some more in there.
There's actually the original theme song for Gummy Bears.
Oh.
They were gonna be called Yummy Bears, and at the end of it was gonna be like Yummy Bears, we eat some stuff and it's yummy, and it was gonna be more about like a food themed show teaching kids how to like eat healthy and things like that.
Right.
And then at the very end, the bad guy, I forget his name, it wasn't Gargamel because that was Smurfs. He came out and he ate one of the bears and said, needless to say, that horrified children across America. So
forever.
Eating the protagonist in the credits,
not the best. But hey, that's why John.
You know what else was not the best? That ad-lib.
What other sound clips do we have in there? Like, what do we got up top there? I can't.
You should be seeing Double right about now.
See, now that's another one that makes sense, where he hits him
in the face. And he should be seeing Double right
The blood
about
in
now.
the urine makes no sense.
Weirdly enough, Panama City 2003 I was on spring break, and a buddy of mine was on leave from the military service, and he did 4 shots of Everclear in a row, 4 double shots in a row on the beach, and he was fine. This guy can drink like nobody I've ever seen before. And after he took his 4th one, I leaned to him and I said,
"You should be seeing Double right about now."
Yeah.
Wow. Before I got glasses, which I don't wear now, but if I go to the movies. And I can't see very well because it just looks too, with 3D and everything, it looks too fuzzy and everything. And this is terrible.
Okay.
I hate this one. Let's just pull the ripcord on this joke. It's not going anywhere. You can see Double right now. Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, perfect.
Obviously. And,
Damn it.
one of my favorites.
Fuck you. That's such a good one. I know where it's going.
One of my favorite movies is where he plays himself in a wig and then himself again. And,
in every movie.
When people don't know this movie, I just lean to them and I say,
"You should be seeing Double
Impact.
right about now."
There's actually Jet Li the One, where he goes off and kills several of himself. Have you seen that one?
No.
He's going through the multiverse and he's killing off different versions of himself to get stronger.
Okay.
And then when they come face to face, I think it's Jason Statham's. No, it's not
like
Statham.
Link and his shadow in Zelda 2?
Yeah. So then the cop character looks and he goes,
"You should be seeing Double right about now."
Okay.
It's a guilty movie pleasure.
Now, here's the thing.
It wasn't funny, but it was just more factual.
Big fan of stand-up arcade games. Really big fan. And I love karate games, anything like that. And there's a lot of times, people thought my brother and I were these two brothers, and we dressed them as Halloween. And my buddy came up to me and he said,
"You should be seeing Double
Dragon."
right about now.
Yeah.
Fun Double Dragon story that has nothing to do with the sound clip, but what you just said. My buddy and I were playing Double Dragon at Blipsy Barcade.
Good call.
And
Is that the one downtown?
It's on Western, I think.
Western.
And we were playing it till the end of the game, and then at the end you have to fight each other for the girl.
Oh, get out of here! I didn't
And
know that.
both of us were like, at the same time, we're like, we didn't say this out loud. We just jumped off the edge and killed ourselves to like let the other win. But we both did it at the same time.
Thelma and Louise, the video game?
We Thelma and Louise, the video game, and then we got a game over on the very last second of the game, and we're like, fuck! And then we never played it again. I mean, it was like 15 minutes of our lives we'll never get back now.
Now, here's
because those games only last. All those games you can play through in like 20 to 30 minutes.
It's only enough quarters, like the Ninja Turtles game and the Simpsons game.
X-Men arcade game. Prepare for die. He says that. It's a bad translation. Magneto comes out and goes, "Prepare for die." It's amazing.
Is it from like Konami or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a really big fan of cookies. Not sure if you're a big fan of cookies. Especially love Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
And the first time I saw the larger Oreo, I looked into the camera and I said,
"You should be seeing Double
Stuffed.
right about now."
yeah. You guys are welcome.
I love this. I love it. I think we got some good sound. We should do some more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do some more.
Let's
save end line. I don't want to do that one yet. This is a really dramatic moment for Frank Castle. Hands on God. Let's play that one. This is when he's in the church and he's talking to this priest who.
I didn't think I was a religious man.
Yeah, I didn't think I was a religious man, and he's there, and I don't know what he's getting some kind of. Anyways.
Sometimes I'd like to get my hands on God.
He says that so earnestly and so. And let's play that again and just everybody be quiet.
God be with you, Frank.
Sometimes I'd like to get my hands on God.
There's a big pause there.
There is, because he's just pondering what exactly he wants to say to God.
Hands on God.
What would he do?
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I know the Punisher's a badass, but
can't shoot God with a Beretta.
Good luck.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger in End of Days, which we should totally do on the show.
Man, it's a good
where
one.
he fights the devil with guns.
Yeah.
And you're like, how does that? What?
Yeah. Well, it's Schwarzenegger. He can do whatever the hell he wants. You know.
So maybe the Punisher could.
The devil was on the island of Valverde, and he lit him the fuck up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know.
What else? Are you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We have. Oh, this is a little political moment that Lexi Alexander actually said that she wanted to kind of she wanted to do a commentary about the army recruiting from poor neighborhoods, and this is like as overt as it gets. The Iraq.
Let's go to the audio tape.
Next time he has to face us and a fucking army.
Where do we get the army from?
Just like Uncle Sam, bro. We recruit in troubled neighborhoods. Offer $100 grand towards a college education they'll never get. Promise nobody ever has to go to Iraq.
Holy shit.
Yikes,
Jigsaw.
Oh, good thing I didn't vote for Jigsaw in the last election.
Basically, my character is a bunch of just fucking overtly evil things. I don't say anything metaphorical.
Hey, he's the thing about the thing. He's like, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna come up.
Even when I say something just like something as if I'm setting up a simile or a metaphor, it's just pretty fucking overt.
Yeah. You could just talk like this for a while. You don't even need to say nothing. People just get it. You with me.
I wonder, my jaw's getting tired just from doing this for. He did this for 40 days. I feel like I'm gonna get lockjaw just from talking like this for a little bit. I can't even understand what you're saying anymore. You're going more Stallone on it. You're going like Stallone meets the Punisher meets a garbage pail kid. You're Greaser Greg meets the Punisher meets Stallone.
Hey man, why don't you go talk about love and your stupid friggin' Hallmark movie over there, you stupid sons of bitches? Why don't you recommend another movie where I'm talking about this, I'm talking about this garbage pail kids? Oh, good.
Oh, for the love of God. This is another favorite quote of mine. Plan. Wait. I'm going to set it up, though.
Okay.
Is that this is one of my favorite things in action movies where the good guy...
I love this part. I know what you're talking about.
When it's just like... It's like there's never any plan. It's just go in and shoot. And this movie... just says it out loud. It doesn't. It calls it out, and which I think it makes it even better.
So, what's the plan? I'm going in to get them. You call that a plan? That's all I need.
Hey, listen, asshole.
Right.
What are you going to get for dinner? Whatever the fuck I want. That's what you're having? Yeah, because I make the fucking rules.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean...
And the funny thing is that he had no plan for, like, the triads on the bottom level.
Yeah.
The cop helped him out by getting the Russians to come kill those dudes. Yeah. And he gives no, like, hey, thanks for that.
Oh.
It's just more like, fuck you guys. That's all I need. Okay?
Sir, we don't have the double cheeseburger today at McDonald's. Fuck you, make it. Okay?
Okay, I can't.
We don't really have... Put 2 pieces of beef together, throw some cheese on it, and put it in a bag.
So, there's an asteroid heading towards Earth. What are we going to do?
Shoot it out of the air.
I'm just going to go take care of it. Okay, yeah, that's really vague. The president wants some kind of like, rundown of how you're going to take care of it.
Have you ever seen me punch a hole in a man's face? I'll do that to the asteroid, you son of a bitch.
It's all I need. Okay. All right. Well, you are the Punisher. Hey, God called. He said he wanted to talk to you about what you're going to do. I'm going to get my hands around him. Yeah, but you realize he's a deity that, like, you know, may not actually be able to touch all that stuff. If you believe in that, it's all I need. All right. Okay. I love that's like just nebbish.
And then it just cuts away. They're like, well, whatever the Punisher wants. He's like, guys, listen, if the plan goes wrong, it's all on the Punisher because he didn't have a plan.
And then his plan, this is hilarious. His plan is to get on the other building, jump from the fire escape through a window into the only room that just happens to not have anybody.
Yep. But he did his research.
Somehow. He didn't have like a thermal scan of the place. And then he just goes down the hallway and just starts blasting people.
You know, my favorite
that was his
thing
plan.
Is in movies where you have guys looking at binoculars and it's clearly they like aren't really looking at anything, and it's like,
yeah. where they've been given
over there.
They've been given no direction. Like,
Nothing.
okay, if you look over here, this is what's. It's just a general like.
Yeah.
All right.
Panning.
We see it.
Yeah. Too fast to actually catch anything in motion. Yeah, it's amazing.
No, but you ever looked through binoculars? It's fucking.
It's hard.
You gotta go. even if I know where something is, I'm still like, what the fuck? Where is? There it is.
And it's not
there. It is. And then your hands get shaky, and it's
and
just
your
like,
eyelashes hit the thing.
Yeah, and you're like, what is that?
It's terrible.
What else do we have?
Yeah,
oh, yes. Put you out of my misery. Don't play this one. So this is one of my top 10. There's like 15 kills I love in this movie. But this one, how he kills Jigsaw, there's this badass beatdown where he's like stomping on his back and shit.
Yeah,
and then
awesome. Ripping his face apart.
And then he picks up, I don't know where this came from. It's like it looks like a curtain rod with a sharp spear. It looks like a spear that was just hanging out in this.
Don't question the Punisher. It's all he needs.
What is this room, by the way?
Again, it looks like a Russian bathhouse with
no water and no
nothing.
Steam.
Yeah.
And a spear.
Yeah.
And so Jigsaw tries to attack the Punisher with the spear. Punisher breaks his arm, stabs it through his stomach.
Yeah.
And then he's bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then this is what the Punisher says to him.
Let me put you out of my misery.
And then he throws him on the fire, and his face starts coming apart.
And then the best part about when he catches on fire, his body's on fire. Then flames start coming out of his one eyeball. And his face starts peeling apart. And I'm like, how did the flames go from your chest? Did it shoot up your esophagus?
Well, when he had the surgery
into
done,
your...
remember, if you remember correctly, there was a Dr. Oz. It was like a cutaway, and he explained the surgery.
Yeah.
And there was a direct line from as soon as fire hits the body, it comes out of his eyeball.
Yeah, you're right. Because it was like,
Get your shit together, will you?
You know, sometimes like when you have nose surgery and you have an empty nasal cavity and you can like throw stuff down your, like they can do those tricks, like put a hook down your nose, out your mouth.
Right.
Same thing with his eye, with fire.
Now, funny enough, my first car was a Geo Prism. I hated that car. So when I traded it in, I looked into the salesman's eye and I gave him the keys and I said,
let me put you out of my misery.
I actually, when I got food poisoning from Subway one time from a Reuben or a pastrami sandwich, and after I came back from days of just throwing up, I took the sandwich, I kept the sandwich. It was like
Smart.
old.
Yeah.
I didn't even keep it in the refrigerator.
Good.
And I threw it at the Subway worker and I said,
let me put you out of my misery.
Because I'd been shitting for days, so I was in misery.
The first time I watched the show Emily's Reasons Why Not, I had a press screener, and it was the worst show I've ever seen, starring Heather Graham, and I gave it to a girlfriend of mine that I was hoping to break up with, and I said to her,
let me put you out of my misery.
and I shoved the DVD in her face, and I kissed her, and I walked away. Because that's all I need. I'm the goddamn Punisher, you sons of bitches. I'll come at you with a frickin' spear made of a curtain rod and shove it straight through your heart.
There's another sound clip I really love, but should we keep going on this one? I don't know.
Go ahead. Come on, you can do it.
Come on, put you out of my misery. Okay. Actually, I heard that there was going to be a sequel to Misery with Kathy Bates and James Caan. And he's back from the dead.
Right.
They kill him. I don't remember. I haven't actually seen Misery. But it was going to be called Misery 2, and then the subline to the title was going to be Misery 2.
Let me put you out of my misery.
There you go. That would have been a really, really good idea.
It would have been a good Lifetime movie.
Shockingly enough, in the same vein, Les Miserables 2 was going to be called Les Miserables 2.
Let me put you out of my misery.
Speaking of Les Miserables, that was my favorite time about that award season, was hearing celebrities just mispronounce or try really hard to pronounce it right. Les Miserables. Hearing Channing Tatum go out there and Les Miserables. All right, dude. He's awesome though. That guy's really funny. I'm just jealous of his abs. Hashtag jealous of his abs. Speaking of Les Miserables, watching that movie, 20 minutes in, I just wanted to I just wanted to call up Anne Hathaway and say,
Let me put you out of my misery.
Yeah.
oh, fuck, that movie is so
brutal.
depressing.
It's just not a fun
so
movie.
depressing. Requiem for a Dream, another one.
Just brutal. I had to go to a dance recital when I was 9, my cousin's dance recital, and afterwards I went up to her and I gave her compliments, but what I really wanted to say was,
Let me put you out of my misery.
You ever gone karaokeing? You go all the time.
All the
but
time.
when somebody gets up there and sings a Broadway hit because they're hoping somebody from The Voice
My
is in the
ex-girlfriend.
audience,
Yes.
and they get up there and they sing like a duet from Rent, like Take Me for Who I Am, or they sing Suddenly Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors,
Awful.
and I just want to stand up in the bar and scream,
Let me put you out of my misery.
but with volume.
but with volume.
Not as much gravitas, more volume.
Because they
than
wouldn't hear me.
gravitas.
It's so loud in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a moot point to just stand up and go, let me put you out of my misery.
I really wanted to
The only
pull-
person that would hear me is maybe the bartender, and he'd be
Yeah.
like, "What? Do you need to talk about this?"
At the end of the Return of the King, the 37th ending, I just wanted to take the ring and just shove it down Frodo's throat and throw him into the boiling fire and then scream as he's falling into the fire.
Let me put you out of my misery.
Come on, just end the fucking movie.
You could have ended it 3 movies ago.
Come on,
just bring the fucking eagles in sooner.
do it.
Bring the
Come on.
birds.
All right, let's do the final quote.
Okay, the final. Oh, do we have it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's just one more quote I want to play
Okay.
because I love it, which is the "See you in hell" quote. He says this to Carlos when he's dying,
Okay.
and it's like a moving moment between this guy that he didn't really like,
Got it.
but he's on his way out, and he has to shoot him to put him out of his misery.
Sure.
See you in hell. I see you anywhere near hell. I'll kick your ass up.
Yeah. That's a good line, though, because he likes this guy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see you anywhere near hell, I'll kick your ass out. That's pretty much the only kind of lines Ray Stevenson has. It's like Punisher badass one-liners,
Yeah.
and it's so good. But this is the final line of the movie, where, like we said, his soap, which we didn't even get into, his dopey police partner that's on the Punisher task force that helps him out. He's getting held at gunpoint, and he's like, "Frank, can you help me?" And then the Punisher arrives, and you see that Jesus saves, and it fades out, and the Punisher fades up, and then a gunshot rings out, and this is what you hear. The end.
See you in hell.
Nope, sorry.
I see you anywhere.
The end line, sorry. End line, R.
I don't think I have.
No, you do. I'm looking at it right now. It's right.
right
yeah,
there. Okay.
End line. There we go. Perfect.
Last time, give me your wallet.
Oh God. Now I've got brain splattered all over me.
Dash my hawk.
Oh God. Now
Now-
I've got brain splatter all over me.
I tell you what you don't want splattered all over you, and that's bad sleep, Ben. Okay? And our new sponsor here is Casper Mattresses, an online retailer of premium mattresses for a fraction of the price. A lot of mattresses stores out there will mark up because you have to go into the showroom. They have all the costs and notoriously high markups. What Casper Mattress does is it's taking out the middleman. It combines premium latex foam with memory foam. That's 2 foams in one punishing mattress.
Oh. It's a non-punishing mattress.
No,
is
it's
what
the
you mean.
punishing for your
It
non-sleeping.
punishes your insomnia.
It punishes your insomnia with gunshots to the brain.
This is not helping.
Mattresses can cost well over $1,500, but the Casper mattress costs between $500 for a twin-size mattress, $750 for a full-size, $850 for a queen, and $950 for a king. Listen, guys, buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free for 100 days. It's like punishing sleep day in and day out.
It's like punishing the other mattress stores for being so pricey.
Terrible. Get a risk-free trial and return policy. Try sleeping on a Casper mattress for 100 days with free delivery and painless returns. If you go to Casper.com, www.casper.com/guilty, Casper.com/guilty, type in guilty, you get a $50 discount code, buy yourself a mattress, punish insomnia like Punisher Warzone. Give me something to end it with. Come on. Come on. Tell the mattress what you want to punish it with.
If I'm gonna see you in my dreams.
God damn it, Ben.
I'm sorry.
Guys,
I'm so distracted.
If you see the Casper mattress anywhere near hell, you're gonna kick it right back to heaven, because that's what it'll be like
there
sleeping
you go.
on.
I'm
See
sorry.
that?
I just get so distracted by how hilarious you read the sponsor copy, where you just blow through it like
Guys,
like
I'm
a
nailing
machine.
it. I got 60 seconds to hit all these things.
I love it. It's only 60 seconds?
/guilty. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
freaking radio spot. And go to podcastwallen.com and click on the survey. This is the last time I'm reading that. Okay. You guys ready?
I love it.
Guys, listen, thank you for watching Guilty Movie Pleasures. You can find me on Twitter at Josh Macuga, www.youtube.com/BetweenTheSheets.tv. This week, my episode with Chris Lee Kennedy, which parlays into next week. Chris Lee Kennedy will be on Guilty Movie Pleasures talking about Can't Buy Me Love, starring Patrick Dempsey before he was McDreamy.
Before he passed away as McDreamy.
Yeah, he got knocked off. Maybe we'll get him on the show. He's got nothing better going on.
Yeah, right? Spoiler alert if you were still catching up on Grey's Anatomy.
If you were still catching up on Grey's Anatomy, you're not watching this show.
And let's be honest, who's really watching Grey's Anatomy anymore?
I'll tell you what.
It peaked in season 3.
I'll tell you what's not gray. The Casper mattress. It's totally white, guys, and it'll take you into a white space.
I tell you what is gray.
Sleep.
Brain splatter on you.
Brain splatter. At Ben Begley Comedy, you guys can see his Hallmark movie. Hey, love. How you doing down there?
How you doing down there? That's the STD conscious one. Hey, love. How you doing down there?
How you doing down there?
Oh, God.
And again, go to Casper.com. Click Casper.com/guilty. Get a $50 discount code. Let us know how you're sleeping. Tweet at us at Josh Macuga, at Ben Begley Comedy. Until then, what is your guilty movie pleasure? Say it.
I just wanted to say thank you for listening from Looney Bin Jim.
I thought you were going to do something cooler. All right.
What? That's the Looney Bin Jim.
Thanks for watching, guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only, not necessarily